The following broadcast is brought to you by Public House Media.
Hello! Welcome to Choose to Rise, housed here on Public House Media. I'm so glad that you're here to give a listen. My podcasts are audio pulled from my live Facebook posts every single morning, where I share other healthy living tips, motivational information, and connect with people from all over to live their life as a very best self. If you like these messages, I hope you tell a friend about Public House Media and my podcast so we can spread more positivity around the world. Thanks for listening. On with the show. Good morning. My name is Meyer. I am the founder of Choose to Rise and the Choose Team Rise and Fit, and I am so glad that you are here with me this morning, whether it be here on my live video or on the podcast featured and hosted by Public House Media. I'm very blessed to get to work with them and where they give others a voice to share and go out and spread the world with positivity. I'm so glad that you're here with us today, and I just want to talk to you about some habits of being a happier person. It's one of the missions of Choose to Rise and our Rise and Fit team is that we help women rise up out of their current or past struggles to live a life with hope and with purpose. So let's talk about how you can get to be a happier person. The first thing that comes to my mind in the list is to exercise. Exercising makes my head clear. It gives me energy. It puts a smile on my face. It reduces stress. It's just a great way to up the physical endorphins in your body, reduce the things that are dragging you down, and just really kind of give yourself a release from things. It's just a great way to be a happier person. So if you are struggling with something or you're upset about something, I would encourage you to get moving. Push play on a program, get outside for a walk, move more, sometimes cleaning your house and what that does for you is really just feel like you're accomplishing something and you're just getting active, you're moving your body. The second thing that I would encourage you to do to be a happier person is to smile more, right? How can you not smile back at somebody when they're smiling at you? And it's the best, easiest way to encourage other people, and it's the best, easiest way to encourage yourself. When you are smiling, it's really hard to be sad. So make sure that you are smiling more, you're sharing that smile with other people, and going forward with a better and happier day. The next thing I want to share with you is spend money on others. And it doesn't necessarily need to be money, but money is a good way of doing it. When you have your resources, money is a kind of a precious commodity these days in our world. And if you are willing to spend your hard-earned money on somebody else, giving gifts, being a little bit of a philanthropist, it just brings you joy and it makes you a happier person. Trust me, try it. Whether it's $1 here to a quarter a little kid on the street, whether it's $1 here or there. One thing that we like to do in this area, our local radio station does a thing called the drive-through difference. And when you go through a drive-through or you go into a store or whatever, you would pay a little extra or give the cashier a little extra and say, would you use this to pay for the person behind me? And it just brings joy to someone's day, and it kind of does that pay it forward mentality. So why not, right? The fourth thing on the list is to eat better, right? What happens in your gut has a direct correlation to what happens in your head. And so if you are fueling yourself with good nutrition, with your drinking your Shakeology, if you are fueling yourself with whole foods, things that are minimally processed, things that God made versus things that man made, you are better off at being happier and healthier. And when your body functions better, it just can be happier and it can just move forward in a positive way. So if you're feeling blah, if you're feeling run down, if you're feeling tired, change up what you're eating. Get rid of the junk. Reduce the sugar, especially high fructose corn syrup. Get rid of that stuff out of your system. Reduce the sugar. Fat's fine as long as it's as long as it's God-made fat. Eat the butter, eat the cheese, don't eat the trans fats, don't eat the oils and things like that. But eat better food and your body will feel better and you'll just be a happier person because of it. The fifth thing is have a good night's sleep. I don't know about you, but I'm always a happier, more patient person when I've had more sleep. And the only way to get myself out of that is to exercise or to get more sleep, really. And so hit the sack early, get your mind shut down, have a journal next to your bed so that you can get those thoughts out of your head so you can actually fall asleep at night. And the sixth thing is actually to keep a journal. So if you have things going through your head that are making you sad or things that are making you unhappy or in any sort of way, write them down, talk to somebody, communicate those things, put the fears out into the universe by just speaking them out loud reduces their effectiveness on you. Because it kind of just, when you speak a fear aloud or you speak some sort of unhappiness aloud, it's something that's been holding you back. You're just kind of putting it out into the universe and it disappears, or it takes less control over you because it's not inside of you anymore. And it may sound crazy, but try it. Trust me. All right. It works. Next thing is sing in your car. How many of you have driven by somebody and they're like, belting it out in the car, and you're just like, man, that person is either crazy or they are having a good time. I love singing in the car with my kids. It's a great way, and especially a worship song, because it's a great way to connect and to just be joyful in the moment and just live out your healthy, happy life. Hang out with friends. Get with people that make you happy. You're 150% more like the 5 people that you hang out with than the people that you were surrounded by growing up. So hang out with happy people, hang out with good friends, and it will bring you joy. The next thing is unplug. Not right during this podcast, but other times in the day, get away from technology, get away from your phone. I try to unplug when I get home at night for at least a little while. And get away from things. I am on my computer all day at work. I come home, I work my business, I connect with people here on my page, and I really try to stay connected that way. But then when it's family time, unplug, put down the phone, get rid of the technology, even turn off the TV, the Netflix, the iPads, get rid of them and just spend quality time with each other. That will bring joy to your life and make you just happier. And the last thing I want to talk about is investing in 2 things, I guess. Investing in experiences. One of the things that I've really tried hard and made a full goal with is to spend more quality time with my kids. And that may sound crazy, but because you can spend time with your kids all the time. But what I'm really trying to do is invest in experiences, not things. So instead of buying my child a toy, I'm going to buy him a ticket to an event. We've gone to, my son really loves Wild Kratts. We went to a Wild Kratts day, like a show that they did. He loved it. My daughter is major princess girl, very girly girl, dancy princess lady. And so we went and visited some Disney princesses that were in the area, taking them to the zoo, going to a park. It doesn't have to be a paid event. You can go to the park. You can go to a museum. You can take them wherever. Invest in experiences, not things. And they're going to be able to make those memories last a lifetime and not necessarily, and remember that time with you makes them happier in the end than when they just had the thing that they maybe don't remember that they don't play with anymore. The last thing is to be grateful. When you have gratitude in your heart, gratitude in your life, you cannot have fear and pain. When you live a life of gratitude, you are taking things forward in a new way and just being grateful and happy for the things that you have. Happiness and gratefulness come together. So if you are grateful for the things that you have in your life, even the small things, think about how grateful you are for the lights that are shining above you. Thankful for the bed that you sleep in. Thankful for the food that you have available to you. Thankful for the job that you have. Thankful for the little things, like the smiles when my kids wake up in the morning, the cool air in the morning of a fresh fall day. Being able to drive to work a few blocks versus hours. Just the little things in life that happen. The smiles from neighbors and friends as you see them in the hallways or around you in the neighborhood. Just being grateful for those kinds of things. So those are 15 things that will help you be more happy. And I'd love for you to drop below this video if you're here on my live Facebook page, or leave comments in iTunes, wherever we're experiencing this podcast, on what you're doing to be more happy, how it's working for you. Share some feedback, share some love, and I can't wait to hear from you. I can't wait to experience and hear about how your experiences of being more happy are impacting your life. I hope you have a great day. And again, go back to iTunes and leave us some feedback. I'd love to hear how you're enjoying the show. If you have questions or comments, we'd love to hear them. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you also follow our Public House Media on all of our social media accounts. Give them a like on Facebook and tell your friends about this podcast. Have a great day, everyone. Hey, I'm glad you enjoyed the show. Please follow Public House Media on Twitter at the PH Media and on Facebook at Public House Media to stay up to date on this podcast as well as many other things happening on the network. You can leave me feedback on my show, and if you have any questions, comments, or new ideas or topics, I would love to hear them. You can also follow me on my social media account, Choose to Rise Up, at Facebook, and at KJP Meyer on Instagram. I hope you have a great day.